Adrian Peterson AP. Imagine you visit your favorite steakhouse for dinner. Before you order, the waiter informs you they are out of all the choice cuts, no fillets, no sirloins, and no New York strips or ribeyes. All they have left is hamburger steak, which really isn't steak at all. After the Week 1 loss of David Johnson, the Cardinals' running game became like that steakless steakhouse no-choice gut running back. So on Tuesday they dumped the Chris Johnson and traded for Adrian Peterson. Which is sort of like upgrading from plain old hamburger steak to Angus beef hamburger steak. It still ain't real steak. Peterson, in limited duty with the Saints, was averaging 3.0 yards per carry, and a full yard less than the team as a whole. Now he goes to a Cardinals team that averages just 2.6 per carry. So sure, he might be an improvement, along the lines of upgrading from disgusting to just awful. Peterson didn't fit the Saints' pass-happy scheme. He is a poor pass blocker, not usable as a pass catcher, and the Saints don't run enough to wear down defenses, which would benefit a power runner like Peterson. And before we forget, let us remind you the Cardinals also are a pass-happy bunch, and their offensive line is worse, and they are more likely to be playing from behind, meaning even more passing. The good news is, he will get the ball when they decide to run. So there is some value in volume. Let's break down a best-case scenario. Johnson received the ball on 45 of 100 Cardinals run plays. They averaged 25 rushes per game. So let's project as if Peterson will inherit all of those carries. We expect he will eventually, though it might take a few weeks to learn the playbook. And let's assume he maintains his 3.0 yards per carry average, bigger assumption, because it more likely could drop behind a worse offensive line. Further, the Cardinals have scored just one rushing TD this season. So let's project Peterson to double this rate, so 2 rushing TDs every 4 games, or 0.5 a game, and we'll count all of those scores to Peterson. Huge assumptions in favor of AP here. So if Peterson gets 45% of 25 rushes per game, 11.25 per game, and averages 3.0 on those carries, he will average 33.75 rushing yards per game. Let's round that up to 34, so 3.4 fantasy points. Then tack on half a TD, 3 fantasy points, and you get an underwhelming 6.4 fantasy points per week. And remember, that is bending the numbers in Peterson's favor. So it could be worse. But, and this is going to appear to run counter to what we just said, it isn't often you get a running back with a proven history who falls into a feature role this late in the season. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe he shatters the best case ceiling. Maybe he does have something left he wasn't able to show in New Orleans. That is a possibility, probably more possible than a better waiver option appearing later in the season. Waiver picks in general are dart throws. Those players are available because they lack either talent or opportunity or both. For every waiver solid find, think Rob Kelly or Bilal Powell last season, there is a collection of stiffs who deliver little to nothing. So when weighing Peterson's value against what likely will be available later, he becomes a useful risk. Let's say AP has just a 10% chance at fantasy success, but most waiver options have, say, a 5% chance. Most likely case is they both fail to improve your team, but a slim possibility is better than something less than slim. So no, we don't have high hopes for Peterson. But yes, it is okay to spend waiver capital via top priority or large free agent auction bid to acquire him. Think of it this way: if you're at the steakless steakhouse and in need of some beef, might as well order the Angus.